Yep, we're going live.
I didn't even pluck my nose hairs before you hit the live button.
Oh, crap. Wow. Okay, I got to shrink my screen here a little bit. I want to get my chat out. And I bet I made the rookie mistake of not. No, I muted it this time. Oh, wow. Yeah, I did mute it.
Okay.
Wow. I did mute it.
Hello, Melissa Faith. Welcome. Phase Gamer. Good to see you. Tom Sargi, I believe. If I misspelled that, I'm sorry. And Player One. Welcome to the stream.
the first, possibly only.
Hello, Southern Bell Gaming. Green Bay Wacky is a little slow on the tick. He's new to YouTube, so I'm showing him how to, introduce people that are in the chat and show up in the chat.
I just got my pop-up chat going. Look at this. Brenda G's Designs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Queen of YouTube, Brenda G's Design. She is in the house. Guys, I knew she was going to be in here for this one. I knew that was coming.
Go
ahead. This will be fun.
We are definitely not qualified to give advice to people, but hey, sometimes but sometimes you need an outside opinion. So
we're looking what we're doing is we're looking to not turn over a new leaf, but explore different options.
We set up an email, and it's in the description of this, and we'll be dropping it. If anyone anonymously wants advice on something, see, we thought about it. You might not want to say in the chat something personal. So you may want to get a phony email and send us a question as a phony person named, Bob, And, yeah.
Bob.
So we're going to find out. You're welcome, Karen Summers. We're going to find out if, Lou Rock's in the hospital. Yes. Thanks, Melissa, for reminding me. Just found that out. Yes. Prayers for Lou Rock. Yeah, he's got pneumonia, but he's in the right place. That's the best place to be, is to be in the hospital.
No kidding. That's not good.
Yeah, I just found out about that on Cap 7 stream, actually. Thank you, Melissa. Well, now keep this in mind. Okay, Nerd of the North. Here's the funny thing about this experiment that we're doing, and Fireman will back me up on this. This show that we decided to do is advice about anything. That means cars, women, relationships, anything.
Personal stuff, anything. I don't know if you want to do YouTube or not. We're going to try to steer away from YouTube stuff. We'll have to see how it works out.
Yeah, we're trying to make it more fun, like a more realistic, kind of like a Dear Abby,
Right.
And
I can't ignore Nerd of the North because Nerd of the North has come so far on his channel. I know we're not supposed to be doing YouTube stuff. I know. I'm sorry. Nerd of the North, when I see you live stream and I see that Nerd of the North, that template that you've got at the top, that is absolutely phenomenal. I wouldn't remove that. Yeah, I mean, your channel's way out there. It's awesome. And so I wouldn't be removing too much.
The Midnight Raven, how many videos can you load on YouTube on one day before your supporters get annoyed with it? I got an answer for that, and we'll see what Fireman says. There is no limit, and here's why. Here's the mistake people are making, I think, and I've made this same mistake, and I might actually change it. If you're making videos for your subscribers and you upload one and then you wait to see what it does, unless you're getting heavy hits, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, who cares? Guys, that means your subscribers are not watching your videos. I don't mean this in a bad way, but every time you upload a video, you have a chance to get picked up by YouTube in the algorithm to get out into YouTube. Unless we have a lot of subscribers, like 1 million or 2 million, I don't think there's a limit on how many videos you could upload in a day. That's just me. What say, Fireman?
I have to say hello, Margie. Thank you for showing up to the live stream. I can't be the only one that gets this special treatment. Only Margie does. It's good to see you, Margie.
That was great.
Well, the biggest mistake a lot of people make when they upload multiple videos over and over and over per day, they can do that. Just try not to get into commitment. Say, oh, I'm going to upload 5 videos a day, because then when you don't fulfill that or you don't make that promise, then people might get disappointed. Doing it 5, 6 times a day, hey, knock yourself out. If you can do that, you're doing better than Green Bay and I, because that's a lot of effort to go through.
Hola, Mother Nature. Hola.
But you do get picked up by the algorithms on YouTube, and you're more likely to get picked up as being more popular because you're showing a lot of activity.
Good advice. See, we are qualified to give advice, firemen.
SP Tech Plus. There is a program out there. It is a free trial version. You can try it. It's called the Logo Creator. I believe it's made by Laughing Bird Software. And you can make spectacular logos using that. Use a trial version if you want to do that. If you're not proficient in Photoshop, Illustrator, or all these other fancy tools out there, and you want something simple, basic, and right to the point that anybody can use, look up Laughing Bird Software. It's called the Logo Creator. I believe the current version is version 7.
And if anyone needs advice on anything, remember, it's in the description of the live stream. It's what is it? Wacky Fireman Advice at AOL.com.
I'll post the link in there.
Yeah. You can be anonymous, guys, if you need advice. And don't worry, you can make up a funny email.
Even if you use your real email, we will not give out your email address.
Oh, yeah.
After this is over, we delete everything from the email. So if you send us a message, it will be deleted.
Yep, it's going to be deleted.
It will not be thrown back at you, no matter how personal it gets. We're going to delete it. So don't worry about that. With the exception of Brenda G's designs, we'll probably throw that back in her face and save that forever.
Well, the Heart of Comedy, we'll get you on a channel review. Sorry, get my voice back now. It's been a long week after that. It's getting stronger. It's getting stronger. The Heart of Comedy, we're not really doing channel reviews tonight. We're doing a funny show. We're just giving advice to anyone who wants it. Brenda G's Designs, Lulu, love you, needs advice on how to shoot a better game of line pool so Mel won't embarrass her. The hell is line pool? What is that? I can't give advice on that.
Nero Trigger, thank you for showing up, bud. It's good to see you. Emergency vehicles as well. Chaos Blaze.
Yep. Guys, this is a lighthearted show we're trying tonight. The lighthearted show. People looking for advice on anything, we'll answer it, and we'll do it in a comical fashion. So don't ask deep questions if you're like dying or something like that. It might come across.
What's the meaning of life or something?
Well, I'll give that. If someone asks that, I'll give my opinion. The meaning of life is to serve FiremanCV.
Oh, okay. So that's a proper answer. Okay. So that's pretty good. You got it right. Okay, good.
Oh, my God. Let's check the email and see if anything's come in yet. Let's find out. It's brand new.
Mystic Angel Christina.
Okay, hold on. No, nothing yet, but that's fine. That's fine. No one's wants advice yet. This is a test run. Luckily, we're only doing this for a little while.
Nerd, I don't know if you're serious or not, but honestly, a lot of people like beards, and it's kind of like one of your trademark signatures on your channel. So that's a personal preference. For somebody to say whether or not you should keep your beard, honestly, that would be up to you. Everybody knows you for your beard, but the best thing you could do, and this is good material for you to use, Nerd, if you're serious about whether you should shave or keep your beard, do a poll, do a little video, say, okay, everybody, give me your opinion. Should I keep my beard? Should I get rid of it? Interact with the people in the chat. I think that'd be great.
I've got a different answer for that than Fireman. Does your woman want you with your beard? If your woman wants you, keep it. If your woman doesn't want you, it's gone, man. It's like gone. Beard.
Mother Nature, thank you for doing that for us, so I don't have to do it because I know Wacky won't do it. Thank you, Mother Nature.
Oh yeah, I gotta put that chat in the chat. That's right.
Yeah, Mother Nature's doing it for us, so I don't have to type it in. Thank you so much, Mother Nature.
I'll copy that too, though. What she did, that's awesome.
Margie, what did I do to make you smile, hon? I don't know what I did. I know if I want to make TV smile, I'd have to put my old chair back because every time I move in it sounds like I break wind. And she smiles every time I do that. That and Mystic Angel Christina.
Did you see what Nerd of the North is saying? My wife likes to yank that beard and pull me in for a kiss. Well, keep it then.
So why would you want to get rid of it?
Oh, my goodness. If you're getting some action, Nerd of the North, keep it, man. Oh, let's see here. Some lady told me the other day that her dust bunnies are days from harvest. What advice? What is a dust bunny?
A dust bunny? Well, most people, if they don't clean under their bed and on their furniture and stuff, they get those little dust bunnies where, you know, they start getting bigger. Unfortunately, it looks like tumbleweed. If I look under my bed, they're not dust bunnies. They're more like dust raccoons. I mean, we're talking balls like that.
Wow. Just clean up your house, I guess, so you don't get dust bunnies.
That requires effort on my part.
Oh my goodness. FaZe Gamer, how do you get YouTube ads? How do you get YouTube ads? Well, that's easy. Hold on a second.
Paranormal Mama, I forgot all about you. I apologize. Yes, I will email you and get back to you. I'm deeply sorry. I did. I forgot all about you on the banners. I don't know if you changed the one that you currently have, the one I made for you, but I promise I'll make you a couple more.
The Heart of Comedy, yes. Mother Nature's been dropping it. I'll put it in here.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yep. And you can anonymously ask us any question you want about life or otherwise, because sometimes, look, the idea is sometimes you just want an outside opinion. We're not qualified.
Like some of these questions, they're pretty funny.
Hold on, that's great. And
Miro, what are you talking about by drink? Are you talking like 5 Hour Energy or Monster drinks or what? He's talking about energy drinks. He's in for an earful.
Wow. Mother Nature, do you know, guys, what program or app to download for no ads? On YouTube, you mean, Mother Nature?
If you're talking for YouTube, I can, yep.
Tell her.
Well, I don't know if she's talking about YouTube.
Well, just assume she is.
Well, here's the thing. Nobody likes ads on YouTube. Nobody wants to watch them. You can get around that, but the problem is you're not supporting the channels that you're going to, and they're not getting the view time by you doing that. However, I will tell you how to do that. There is a browser out there called Opera. I'm sure you can get the same. Opera is the only one that I know that can do it. It's a web-based browser. It's not a memory resource. And you get a program called Ad Block. You can watch any YouTube video you want, and you'll never see a single ad, which is pretty cool.
Wow. Guess what, Fireman?
That.
Guys in the chat, guys, check this out. I kid you not. We got our first question that came in the email. Check it out.
Yep.
Yes,
I got one. No, we got 2 of them.
2. And guys, we're not going to say any names. We'll just say an anonymous person sent this question in.
Yeah, nobody's names are going to be mentioned.
Don't worry. And we're going to delete your email after we answer the question. We'll never.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're not keeping your email. We did this so you could privately ask whatever you want. I love that question. That is a great one. Can we read the question?
Go ahead. Read the question. I'm looking at it. They're coming in without me hitting the refresh button.
The first question from someone: what is the best advice to getting a girlfriend? Wow. I'm stunned. That's like a real question.
No, that is a real question. Absolutely.
I've got my take on it. You want to know? Here's what I've learned over the years, because I've had girlfriends. Now I am married now, happily. I am married, but I didn't forget how to get girls. Okay. This is my advice. I don't know where Fireman's going to go with this.
You got that porn stash, man. You can get any girl.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. They say I'm a chick magnet, but I'm married. No, here's me. What I've learned, a sense of humor is what wins women over. A sense of humor. Women love guys that are funny and
Agreed.
but not obnoxious. There's a balance of obnoxious, funny, and funny. You got to find that balance. If you're obnoxious, it's a turnoff.
Yep.
If you're really funny in a genuine way, soft-spoken humor, that kind of thing, the best thing. But and I'm going to turn over to Fireman here in a sec. You got to talk to that girl so you can get that sense of humor to her. If you're shy and don't say hi to her, it doesn't work. What say you, Fireman?
Brenda G's Designs, I'm just reading her comment. She said the first piece of advice is to listen to the series on why I'm single and don't do any of the things I've experienced on my dates.
Oh, my goodness.
I know she's going to rip me for saying this. I'll get back to this in a minute.
Okay.
I know she's going to rip me for saying this.
I'm so excited. We got a question.
I haven't watched one of her single videos on why I am single.
Oh, don't say that on the stream.
I know. I feel bad about it. It's just I've been so busy. But going back to the advice on getting a girlfriend, be yourself. Don't be something you're not, because eventually the person that you're, as far as a girlfriend, they're going to figure out you're a fake. So be honest up front. Don't lie. Don't sugarcoat anything. Have a sense of humor like Green Bay had. Like he's mentioning, the biggest mistake I made when it came to I shouldn't say this, but I've only been with 4 people my entire life. Why? Because I had low self-esteem and I was shy. Shyness will kill you. You'll never hook up with anybody being shy. You don't have to be aggressive about it. The hardest thing to do is to ask a girl out, and don't make the mistake of going, "Hey, you want to go out with me?" It's just not going to work like that. Get to know her a little bit, and the best thing to do is say, "Hey, you want to go out and have drinks sometime, or would you like to go out and eat sometime, or hang out sometime?" Something along those lines.
Even just, would you like to call me sometime?
Right.
It's in their court. If they're like, yeah, what's your number? It's better if you get theirs, of course, but that's the easiest way out for a woman. Do you want to call me sometime? Oh yeah, what's your number? You give them their number. They're like, hey, thanks, I'll give you a call, man. And then you leave. They're like,
don't be afraid to get rejected. You're gonna get rejected. It happens a lot. It goes with the territory. If they reject you, consider that a learning experience. It's like, okay, they weren't interested. I've been interested in some. Thank God, my wife's in the shower right now. I wanted to hook up with some beautiful, beautiful women in my younger years. We're talking like 20 years ago, and they wouldn't give me the time of day. They didn't want to waste their time with me. I see them now, 20 years later. I'm like, oh, what happened? So trust me, if you get rejected, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Hey, release the lens is going to see someone next week and really interested in someone. How do I say I like her? Yeah, I don't necessarily know that you have to tell. Your actions will let them know that. Just talk to them, get to know them, be yourself around them. Believe me, a woman will catch on when you like them. You
don't have to say, I really like you.
Yeah.
Right there, they're going to run like crazy.
Yes. Like, oh man, And
if they want to engage you in conversation and they talk back to you, then they're interested. If you're like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And they're just ignoring you, move on.
Melissa Faith, my recipe corner, great advice. Don't talk about your exes to your new prospect. Bad move. People do it all the time. They taught, that, Fireman. They're so bent on their old relationship. They want to tell the new prospect about it. The new guy's like, or girl is like, what? You were with a guy that's in Attica now? Wow.
Right.
Don't, every new relationship, throw the old ones out the door. The hardest thing is breaking the ice, talking to them, Some of it's where you meet them too.
I'm reading some of these emails coming in. It's just hilarious.
We got more coming in.
I don't even want to talk about the man boobs. It's still funny though.
We have never done this show before, guys. This is a brand new concept. You're witnessing the birth of a possible new show here.
Okay, so she's talking to you quite a lot, but I don't know if she's talking to me as a friend or something more. The best thing I can tell you is play it out. See how far she wants to go with this. She might be talking to you as a friend. The best relationships start out as friendships. You've got to remember that. They're feeling you out and you're feeling them out to see if you guys are compatible or not. I want to be friends before you get into a relationship anyway.
Yeah, and I read about this before, and this is true. This is actually true. I'm not making this up. I read this is like from a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever it is. And they actually explain when you're first meeting, it's so exciting and you're romantic and it's exciting. Your drugs are flowing through your brain, all that romance. And like Fireman said, be yourself. Because what happens is people jump into getting married and then they realize the person has bad breath. They have, nose hairs. They have, like the reality sets in of that person. So you want that reality to set in first, before you get, up there into that. And I
don't know what TC's asking in chat. What happens when the lady gives their number to a guy?
Oh, I guess it depends on if the guy calls her back.
That's showing interest. If he texts you back or gets back to you, obviously he's interested.
And if not, if you're hounding someone, a little, pursuing someone slightly is okay. But I think if you're hounding them, you're getting rejected. That's
Yeah,
what
paranormal mama. I was married for 24 years. Of course, I got remarried again, but I was married for 24 years. And if you can't start out as friends, then you have to learn about each other when you just jump into a relationship. It's better that you're friends first.
Wow. There's a lot of questions.
Look at Brenda, what she typed in chat. You got to look at that. That's hilarious.
Grab another question. I just deleted that email. I deleted, guys, just so you know, me and Fireman both have the email up. So he's looking, I'm looking. He'll grab some questions. Wow. Like there's a bunch in there, Fireman.
Thank you, Mother Nature, for putting that link in there. Somebody put in there ways to handle paranoia and depression. Depression is very difficult because when you go to doctors, Green Bay will chime in on this, and I've dealt with depression myself. I won't go into how bad I was depressed, but I was really, really bad. The thing about depression is it's not easily treatable. There's different types of depression. If you talk to some medical professionals, they're so quick to throw drugs at you just to get you high to forget. Yeah. There are certain chemicals that will help you. I don't know why I'm calling them chemicals, but there's certain drugs that will help with anxiety, depression, paranoia. I know some people personally here in chat that deal with depression and anxiety. And it's really difficult to diagnose. The best thing to do is talk to a medical professional about it. Talking to your regular primary health care provider, your doctor that gives you physicals and stuff, 9 chances out of 10, if you do that, he's going to refer you to somebody else.
With me, I've been depressed at times. I mean, there's so many different, we all get that way. Some people, it just gets severe, And I think part of it with me was just to get comfortable with myself, just to get comfortable with myself as a person, I mean, that's what helped me a lot. Like,
there's no one pill that will cure your depression, anxiety, or paranoia. It's not. There's no, and alcohol is not the answer. It's a temporary fix.
Yes.
And the thing is, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you may get addicted to the alcohol because it alleviates the anxiety, the depression, the paranormal, and stuff like that. The best thing to do, and I hate to say it, I don't know if you can afford it or not, is to talk to your primary care doctor, and they will refer you to someone that you can talk to. And there's no guarantee they'll refer you to a therapist or a psychologist, psychiatry, whatever, shrink, whatever you want to call them. And even then, that's no guarantee because there's a lot of hacks out there.
And another thing, too, this is just some minor advice. I think you really need to get around positive people.
Right. And the other thing I want to say to that, depression and anxiety. Okay. I had a stroke. I've had 2 strokes now. I had them in 2016. Now, Nero, I hope you're listening. I slept very little. I worked a very high-stressed job, very high-stressed. I'd be sleeping 3-4 hours a day, and I had my stroke. When I had my stroke, I could no longer work. The town wanted to take my house. Okay, I'm still in debt. I'm still paying off that debt due to back taxes. I have not worked on the books since 2016. So, of course, at that time, I was also going through a divorce. So, as you can well imagine, depression will set in. And then you get these thoughts, irrational thoughts that you should not be having. The best thing, if you have depression, anxiety, paranoia, what have you, the best thing you can do is get on Facebook. They have these support groups. They're phenomenal for anxiety and depression. I'm actually on them. My wife is on them as well. There's other people that you can talk to that you can relate to, and you can actually gain friends. You don't have to go there as a woman and say, I've got depression, and a guy will say, hey baby, you want to hook up? There's going to be people like that once in a while, but there's lots of groups on Facebook, support groups, people that are in the same situation as you. So consider joining one of them groups for anxiety and depression. You might even see me on there as well as my wife.
That's great advice, Fireman. I actually wouldn't have thought of that. And when you can actually give a personal testimonial for that, that's incredible. I just realized something I want to do real quick, if it's all right.
Do what you got to do.
No, for both of us. I want to go through the chat real quick and just say who's here and catch a few questions on the way up so that we're not Mother Nature, thank you for all you're doing, by the way. Dropping links.
Awesome. She's awesome.
KS Plays, thanks for coming here, by the way. Paranormal Mama, thank you for coming. Phase Gamer, Nerd of the North, thanks for being here. Dipper Dudes is here. Prankster Lock, Margie Yeomans is hanging on this crazy first test live stream. TCTV, our sister from the UK. Dr. Dave, I don't trust people. I get that. If you've been hurt, we can talk about that maybe. Fallen Angel, Ria's Quinn. I know it's Revy Quinn. I got that. I figured that because I saw the Quinn. Let's see. Mother Nature near the North. Let me just keep Player One is in here. Baboom Unstoppable. Karen Summers. Just going up the list real quick. The Heart of Comedy is hanging with us. Happy birthday, Lunatic Dad. Yes. Happy birthday. Let's see here. Angie, the Nocturnal One. Wow, we got a lot of people in here. I'm just trying to acknowledge everyone because I'm so we don't know what we're doing.
We got a lot of questions too.
Yes, wow. M, my good friend M is in here. Crook 420 Real Life. Thank you for coming. I love M. She's great.
Millie Pryor popped in.
Millie Pryor's in here. Wow. Yep. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Phase Gamer, there's no reason to be sorry. No reason to be sorry. The best thing that ever happened to me was go through this stroke because it was a reality check. Hey, you're not any younger. Knock off the energy drinks, stop the coffee, stop the 3-hour sleeping and stuff like that.
Eagle VP is in there too, by the way. Eagle VP is a great guy.
And not to go back to the anxiety and the paranoia, but the Facebook groups, they helped me out so much. They really did. And the good thing about it is I still get on the anxiety and depression groups and I help others that are on there. And, when I went on Facebook groups, they talked me out of some really bad situations. I mean, I was at the end of my rope, but I'm a stronger person as a result of that. And now I'm able to help others on those Facebook groups. And I'll just leave it at that.
Wow. Let's grab another question here.
Toilet paper on the roll.
Holy cow, we're never going to get through all these questions if we don't.
I know. Well, no, somebody said toilet paper on the roll, over or under. The thing is, for me, it's always been over. For my wife, it's under. I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you, to me, but some people it does. It makes a world of difference. That's that one out of the way.
And if we answer a question that you're reading from the email, just delete it.
Okay.
Here's a question. Someone has emailed us. When you are an empath like me, any advice on how to get people to accept my gift and not make fun of me when I tell them what I feel from them? Wow.
Is that on a YouTube video or in person?
No, this is a person that sent us an email. Well, you can read it there. Yeah. They consider themselves an empath. You've heard of that, right?
Yep.
And people make fun of them when they tell them what they feel from them. What advice on how to get them to accept it?
The best thing to do is, in my opinion, if somebody it depends. Like, let's say I'm an empath. Okay. If I would say, hey, I'm an empath. You want me to read your palm? It's like, what the heck? What's wrong with you? In general conversation, you can say, do you know what an empath is? And basically keep it short and sweet and right to the point without boring the hell out of them. And just say, I have the ability to see things. Something along those lines, instead of trying to come across as like a Jehovah's Witness do. You know what I mean? And do it in a non-aggressive,
non-threatening way.
Right.
Yeah.
And people aren't into empaths. Not everybody believes in empaths or people have that ability because there's so many fakes out there. But the best thing to do is just be sincere about it.
Yeah, that's good advice. I was going to say, I think in that you're always going to have an uphill battle because it's something it affects different people in different ways. Some people are like, get out of here, you nutcase. I could see that. Other people are like, wow, what are you sensing here?
Right.
I think just try to do it in love. And if someone doesn't want to, necessarily hear what you're saying about them, I guess just back off,
Right.
That's again, these are just opinions, just opinions.
Thank you, Mother Nature.
And M says, don't be hurt by their response because some people just don't understand. Yeah, that's the other thing I want to mention, Fireman. I encourage people in the chat to put their opinions out because we don't know who asked these questions. So whoever's emailed us the question, read the chat. And it's not just me and Fireman. We kind of started this crazy live stream to get other people giving advice. I mean, I'm not qualified. Jeepers, I'm
just blown away. I'm looking at fallen angels, and I'm like, what?
Wow,
that's some serious stuff.
No, fallen angel. Look, I'll tell you this: if get off YouTube, that's it. I'm serious. If you can't handle it, get off YouTube. I mean it.
Is it a stalker in YouTube or on Facebook, social media, or outside of the internet? That's the first thing.
There's a lot of, I've had stuff happen. There's a lot of crazy stuff on YouTube. You have to have thick skin. You got to blow it off. Otherwise
but the question is this stalker, is this on or off the internet? That's what we need to know. Okay. Well, until she answers us.
Yeah.
Somebody asked a question. I have a question. How do you keep a girlfriend? Good luck with that one. The biggest killer of any relationship, or the biggest 3 killers.
Yeah.
One of them is lack of communication. Lack of communication will kill any marriage or any relationship that you may have. If you don't have the communication, it's going to die fast and quick. Finance is another thing that'll kill a relationship as well. So it's important to express your feelings, even if it will hurt the other person, but just try to be gentle about it. No, man, you look like crap today. You don't want to phrase it like that. Yeah. Communication is everything. And finances it will be another one that'll bring down a relationship. The biggest thing to keep a girlfriend, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't be something you're not. Don't be a fake. Because if you tell one lie, you got to tell another one to cover up for that lie.
Yeah, the other thing too, I would tell you to answer that question, I don't know if you ever realize, or people in chat realize this, there's studies done on this. The biggest things that couples fight about are sex and money. Sex and money are the biggest fights in relationships, believe it or not.
Right.
That's the absolute fact. You can read up on that. Trust me on that. I'm not making up. There's studies done on that. And I will say this, and from personal experience, just because you're talking the relationships, usually what causes the arguments is selfishness. I mean it. Like, if I'm selfish and I'm not paying attention to my wife, she doesn't dig that.
You guys ought to see my wife right now. This is just hilarious. Nobody will recognize you right now. She's got a mask on. It's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. I'm just really shocked.
Sorry. It's a charcoal mask. It's not a mask.
And I got to admit, the chat, there's so many people in here. There's so many questions, answers, all that. We're going to miss some of you guys, and I apologize.
Yeah, and you're going to have to repeat them. I'm going to ask you guys to repeat them. She had mentioned, should I close my Facebook? No, don't close your Facebook, because if you create another Facebook account, you're going to get your stalker back again. Mm-hmm. Facebook has very good privacy tools. Basically, it takes like an act of God to go through them all and figure them out. As soon as you got it figured out and you got your privacy settings good to go, a month later, they're going to do an update and you got to do it all over again. So don't close your account on Facebook. No, use the block feature on Facebook. If you're on multiple social media, it's hard to get rid of a stalker, but no, don't let them win. Yeah. By you closing down your YouTube channel, your Facebook channel, your Twitter, your Twitch, Tweeter, Twatter, whatever it is, you're letting them win. Don't let them win. Even if it is a stalker, use the block tool. Don't let them win. You have to remember, I haven't communicated much with you, but what I'm trying to get at is you probably touched other people's lives without even realizing it, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook. And by you worried about a stalker and deleting your accounts, those people no longer see you. You see what I'm saying? So don't let the stalkers win. What?
Yeah. And I'm going to say some Mother Nature. She's making a comment that narcissism kills a lot as well as the ego. And that's true. That's true. And that's a bad situation to be in if you've married someone like that and you realize that they're a power freak, kind of thing.
Right.
A selfishness, you got to give, submission to your partner is what gets the best thing. But there's a point where it's too much. The partner is too controlling, overbearing. And I feel bad. I know women that have been in relationships where,
Thank you, Mother Nature.
The husband is just overbearing. The parents are overbearing, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mother Nature.
Yes, thank you, Mother Nature. Yeah. And the other thing, I'm going to give some advice too. I was told this before. I've tried it and it actually works. Back to the stalker issue. This is from a friend of mine because I've had that happen. They said the best thing to do is ignore him completely.
Right. And Fallen Angel, it doesn't matter if he's got your IP address or not. You can get a VPN. There's going to be people that are going to disagree with me. I have very close friends, Green Bay and I. It was like, you don't need a VPN if you've got nothing to hide. You do need a VPN because Green Bay will touch on that right now. A VPN is a virtual private network. What it does is it hides you from your cable provider. You still get internet, but you're actually, your location shows up when you go to websites as another location. And I use a VPN for everything I do. It's on right now. If somebody would look my IP address up, I can be in any country or any state that I want to be in. I have nothing to hide, but I don't like my cable provider knowing what I'm doing on the internet. You could try getting a VPN and changing your, it doesn't matter if somebody knows your IP address or not. If you're worried about your IP address, that is a simple fix. Call your cable company, say, I want to change my IP address. Or tell them you want to do it if you've got Comcast, or the most popular is Comcast and what's the other one? It begins with a C, I thought. Charter. That's it. Charter or Comcast. Call them up. And if you have internet access, go there, sign into your account, and do a refresh on your cable modem, and it should change your IP. If it doesn't, call them up, say, I want to change my IP address. They won't give you any problems. They'll change your IP address on the spot. Boom, done. Problem solved.
But I would say this, remember this, don't let them take over your life. Yeah, because that's what they want. They want you to just spend every waking minute trying to avoid them. Don't give them that power. Hey, Hazel's Reptiles fam, my adopted daughter, is in here. Good to see you, my dear. And just a reminder to people, we've never done this before, me and Fireman. It's a brand new series. It's advice. We have an email. If you have questions about life, anything, not YouTube related, send it to our email. We're dropping it in the link. We will answer it with no name given, total anonymous.
No names given, and the emails are deleted afterwards.
Yep. As soon as we answer the question, we delete the email. We don't even have a record, so I apologize.
Right. Nothing will come back to you at all.
Yep. And I encourage people in the chat to give their advice too,
Right. Going back to somebody had asked about girls' relationships.
And then let's get back to the emails too. Yep.
Right. Somebody said, how much should you tell a girl about yourself? You should be honest and tell her everything you can, because she wants to know everything about you so she can base or come to a conclusion as to whether or not she wants to be with you.
Yeah.
The more information you withhold from her and she finds out later, she'd be like, oh my God, he's a scumbag.
Oh yeah.
Share as much information as you can to this girl. Let her know as much as you can.
Yeah. Someone told me I should be a life coach. Fireman's absolutely right. If you were in prison for 5 years and you started dating a woman and you're thinking, well, I'll just smooth her over, get her to love me and all that, then I'll tell her that I was in prison. That's a kind of extreme example, but you wouldn't want to do that. You'd want to be upfront and say, hey, look, I got a past, this happened. Could you still love me? Could you be with, you'd want them to know that.
Yeah. You don't want to lie, because most people that walk around, they go, and years down the road, when you go, were you in prison? You know what I mean?
Hey, Addie's in here.
Oh, my wife's in here.
Yes,
I'm in trouble now.
Wow.
Okay, let's see.
Wait, let's get to those emails. Let's buzz through a few because there's like a bunch waiting.
I'm on Melissa. Thank you so much. No, I'm going through so many of these. I'm trying to keep up with half of these.
Melissa had a comment in the chat, I think. Is that what you're trying to read?
I thought she did. Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Let's see here.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. No, Melissa has been commenting about stuff. Like Melissa did say earlier, don't cheat. And I was like, yeah, that's good advice. That's a no-brainer. You know,
Right.
I always tell people that the worst thing you do is cheat on your spouse. If you can keep yourself pure, you can work the other problems out. Once that trust is gone,
Right. And exactly. And a lot of people say, well, you know, my boyfriend cheated on me once. I do have to say this. It's a two-way street. Everybody makes it out the man always cheats. No.
Yeah.
Both cheat. Okay. Somebody cheats on you once. The chances of that happening again are pretty darn good.
And
and I don't want to go into the reasons why most people cheat because there's multitude of different reasons.
Right.
If they cheat on you once, you want to forgive them. Good luck. There's tiny amount exceptions to the rule where they'll never cheat again. Maybe. But if you want to take that risk, good luck.
I'm just going to throw this out and then we'll get to the email. By the way, remember this, guys. Put up fences around yourself. Do you know how many people fall in love at work, you know, because they all of a sudden think, you know, their home life is so crappy and they're at work and here's Mr. Charming. It's always, you know, Mr. Bubbly at work and they have these affairs at work. Put fences around yourself, guys. But that's another question.
Yeah, definitely. Not at work. That's how I got my promotion at work. No, I'm joking.
Let's go to the email. What do we grab another one? You
grab another
one. You answered the VPN one, right?
No, I did not.
How to get a VPN. So I'll delete this one, but go ahead and answer it. Make it quick.
VPN is a virtual private network. Without going into too much, anybody that sent us an email, it's up on the side. We will get to your email, I promise. Virtual private network. A lot of you probably have not heard about net neutrality. Please, I encourage you to do a search on YouTube or Google and look up net neutrality. It goes all the way from your bandwidth, your upload speeds, your download speeds. Since net neutrality is no longer into effect, your internet service providers can spy on you, give that information to law enforcement, basically sell it to telemarketers. They can limit your bandwidth, you know, as far as your upload, download speeds. They can watch your internet activity and see everything that you do. I know I have a very good, close personal friend who actually had his children get on some websites or, use too much bandwidth. And his cable provider contacted him and says, you're using too much bandwidth. You got to knock this stuff off. And what'll happen is, let's say you've got like 10 meg download speed. They'll restrict you to 2 meg because you've used so much bandwidth up. However, if you've got a VPN, virtual private network, that changes the game completely. The best thing to do is look up VPN. If you want to use the one like I've got, I use virtual private network. It's called Private Internet Access. Again, it's Private Internet Access, and that's the one I use. I can change my location on the fly from one state to another or one country to another. And it doesn't bog down, doesn't slow you down in your internet connection, upload or download speeds or anything like that. I just don't like the idea of knowing my personal information. Good example. When I go to yahoo.com, it'll say, here's the weather today for Singapore. I'm like, nice try. I'm not in Singapore. You know, I don't, or here's local food results for you for Japan. Good luck. I'm not in Japan. You know, just to give you an idea. People look at your location all the time. So definitely look into VPN. Again, it's private internet access. That's what I have.
It's kind of a mask. It really is what it is. It's a mask.
Right. And somebody had made the comment. They sent us an email and says, how do you meet decent and faithful men when you're over 45? Good luck.
Whoa.
You're screwed.
Wow.
You're screwed. No, I'm joking.
Oh, my goodness. You want to know something? Can I tell you something my kids started doing?
What's that?
I got to admit, I would do it nowadays in the year 2018 because life's too short. Started doing online dating, like at christianmingle.com.
Right. There's a lot of online ones. Some you have to pay for, some you don't.
People are going to go, no. But I'm telling you, it's not
right.
bad.
Sometimes they're a good idea. Sometimes they're not. It all depends. If you stay local, you don't have to worry about it, but you can meet other people in other states. That's how I met my wife. She was in New York. And the good thing about meeting someone online, Like we're in Hangouts right now. Let's say I was talking to somebody on Hangouts or Skype, and it was a female opposite, and I wasn't married. And I was talking to her, and things just don't work out. Block. Never hear from them again. That's it. Done. Nothing lost, except for your time invested in that. So that's the good thing about online dating. You do online dating, and you get accustomed to each other. I'm like, hey, I kind of like them. Give them your Skype information or your Google Hangout information. You know, create a separate account. That's important. Create a new Skype account just for online dating, or a new Google Hangout for online dating. It's completely separate. You know, it doesn't identify your real name. Don't use your real name because, you know, not a good idea because you're a stalker.
Yeah, someone in the chat. I'm not a sponsor for Christian Mingle. I just happened to say that because that's the one he actually used. I'm not a sponsor for them. I'm not endorsing them. It's like it just came out in a conversation. Someone in the chat said that. Good advice, good advice. I will in the future just say online dating generic. I will just say generic.
There's a multitude of different sites out there.
Yes.
When you're over 45, the thing is, I'm 50, you know, Green Bay's 57. When you get this old, I poked the funny at you, yes. But when you get this old, you don't have time for games. You don't. You have to have the mentality, kind of like Brenda G has sometimes. You really do. When you get this old, you don't have time for games. It's like short, blunt, right to the point. You don't have time like when you're 16 and you're courting somebody, and it goes on for months. You know, you're 45, time's limited. You might not be here tomorrow, you know?
Hey, I want to read this. Mother Nature, she's been throwing this out, and she's so awesome with us. If no one has told you guys lately, you're all awesome and doing a great job, this blondie loves you. Mother Nature is so positive. Just so you know, guys, she's in our chat. Thanks for hanging on our test run of our show here. What else we got in the email? I mean, I'm amazed that we got emails. What else we got in there, Fireman?
Somebody said, my ex-girlfriend and I are friends now, but I don't know how to get her back. I can't tell if she likes me again because every time she looks at me, she hurries up and looks away. What should I say? Here's the thing. If she's your ex-girlfriend and you're still friends with her, the worst thing you could do is pressure a girl. It doesn't matter what age you are, or pressure a guy. Don't pressure them. If you're still friends, stay friends. That's the best thing you could ever do. Don't rush things, because when you try to rush things, it might not work out. If this is an ex, there's a reason you two are exes. I don't care what the reason is, but there's a reason she used to be your ex-girlfriend. Whether it's yours or hers, it doesn't matter. The biggest thing is you know, you're still friends, you're still talking. That's a good thing. Don't pressure her. She will come around if she is still interested in you. If you keep pushing her, you're going to push her away is what you're going to do.
I want to throw this relationship advice out too, because this came up with my daughter the other day. I want to tell you the way it used to be and the way it is nowadays, and I think this is affecting relationships. Do you remember, Fireman, you can probably remember this, when you were going with a girl, it was exclusive. It was like exclusive. And nowadays, people are like going together and they're still talking to their ex-girlfriends and all this.
Yeah, they keep 5 on the hook at a time.
I'm like, seriously, guys, if you get into a relationship that should be exclusive, you got to be willing to dump your friend, even your friends that are girls. I'm going to be honest with you. You can't have a girlfriend and be texting 2 other girls that are your friends, because the girlfriend that's the love interest, the jealousy is going to be there. People are doing this nowadays. I told my daughter, I was like, what is this that all you guys talk to each other? When you go with someone, it's exclusive. People don't want to give up their freedom of, I'm going with this person, but I'm already friends with Sheila over here, and I'm already friends with, Mary, and I'm already, you got to dump them. That's what love eats. And one sacrifice is getting rid of your friends that are opposite sex.
Right.
Going
back to the email, this person claims, she looks away at me. And she hurries up and looks away. What should I say? If you're still friends and you can still talk to it, the best thing you could do is say, is everything copacetic? Is everything okay between us? Because you look like you're uncomfortable you know, and you rush away from me, you know, unless she's a really shy person, she might be, you know, just be honest, you know, men or women, they like honesty. Instead of beating around the bush, just get right to the point. You know, don't say, do you still want to sleep with me? You still want to get with me? Because they're going to run. They're going to run.
Wow. Yeah. You know, and I can't say this, you know, that question.
You like still being friends with me, or well, not like that, but say, I enjoy being friends with you, but you know, I notice every time you know, when I talk to you, you look away and go the other way. Am I doing something, you know, that's making you uncomfortable or something? Be honest about it. It shows you're expressing interest in this girl, and you're telling her you're caring about her feelings, which is important. And she's going to go, oh, maybe he isn't so bad. You know what I mean?
But I'm going to elaborate on this. Boomer Rock says, I don't agree with that, Green Bay Wacky. I'm going to elaborate. Okay, I'm married, okay? I'm married, and there's no one on my phone, previous girls that I ever talked to, ever. Now, you know, YouTube's a little different place. We're fellow channel people. So in the Hangouts, there's girls that we talk to and things like that. But I'm setting the parameters. You're in a serious relationship. You don't have your friends that are girl. If you do that, then you got to be honest with your potential new love interest and say, I still talk to some of my old girls that are friends. If they're okay with that, fine. But I'm just telling you, it's you know, but I'm going to get rammed for that one. But see, everyone nowadays, they think the world's changed. Like, oh, it's okay to, you know, I mean,
right. We're going to get to everybody's emails as you send them in.
Yeah.
Somebody was nice enough to send us a bunch of links to, you know, if you're feeling depressed or something like that. I don't mean to be going back into the depression and anxiety and stuff. Unless you've been there yourself with depression, anxiety, paranoia, or something like that. Somebody that hasn't been through that doesn't understand that. And I've been through all of those. A lot of people that I know have been through those. You call a suicide hotline, they'll say, oh, just make an appointment with your doctor. You're going to, or, you know, go down to your local hospital if you feel depressed. You're going to go down to the hospital when you say one wrong word. They're going to say, oh, it's okay, honey, come with me. And they're going to lock the doors behind you. And you don't want to know what's going to happen next. You've been committed. So the best thing to do, and I'm not trying to say stay away from the suicide hotline victim, you know, if you've been abused or something like that. Abuse is a totally different subject. Get support. Go to a Facebook support group. The Facebook support groups are actually better than YouTube. There are some good YouTube support groups, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot more on YouTube. And when I was depressed and I wasn't feeling good, I got on this Facebook group. I mean, I was at my lowest of lows. I got on this Facebook group and I was telling people I was feeling depressed. I don't feel well about myself. I've got low self-esteem and this and that and the other. Within minutes, I was accepted to the group. And I had probably about 10, 15 responses immediately. The responses were overwhelming. And I didn't really type that much in. So, you know, Facebook is great for that because you'll get immediate responses. Just be careful with accepting messenger requests when you go into these groups, because a lot of them will have ill intentions. And I don't mean to go back on the depression thing.
Yeah, I'm still getting killed on what I'm saying here. People are like, no, we should have friends that are girls and guys. I'm still getting killed on. I'm not making a good impression on what I'm trying to say.
Do you want to cover the one about
guys? I'm just going to throw this out and I'll move on. It's not coming out right. I'm married. I'm not going to be on the phone like, hey, hi, Lori, I'm talking to Mary right now. I'll talk to you later. Yeah. So Mary, yeah. So what's going on? I can't explain the balance of the girl and the guy thing. I'm just not
there's exceptions to the rule, and you're not going to agree with me on this. Nobody wants a player. Okay. Nobody wants a player at all.
But my thoughts
not on online dating sites, and you get on these online dating sites, and I'm not knocking them. There's some good ones and some bad ones. When you get on them, you're going to put your profile out there, fill it out as much as possible. Don't lie about it. You know, I used to laugh. I used to get on them and, you know, likes horseback ridings, walks on the beach and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, sure you do. You know, that's what you're dreaming. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that. But fill out the profile information as much as you can. When you do that, you're going to get multiple responses. It's okay to interact with 5, 6, 7, 2 people at a time, whatever the number is. It's not being a player, because what you're doing is you're feeling them out. Yes, it is borderline being a player. Just don't keep it going on. So what you're going to do is you're going to weed through all of that to find the perfect mate or perfect relationship for you. Yeah. And when you do have a relationship that you're considering, if you meet somebody online, don't be so fast to jump into it and meet this person after only letting a month go by and say, oh, I want to meet you so bad. You know, the more time that you allow before you meet this person, the better.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm going to make this statement to the audience. I am never going to give relationship advice again because it's not coming out right. So I'm going to skip that. Are there any more emails?
There are. I'm going through them as we speak.
Here's one. Let's see what this one says. Can I read it?
We're both reading the same email. Knock yourself out, buddy.
I'm going to read this one that says, Green Bay Wacky, I have a problem with a friend who won't speak to me at all. What do you suggest to do if they will not listen to anything you try to say to them? Well, first of all, it would depend on why.
What caused this to happen?
Right. If you threw them under the bus or something that, offended them, if they were a love interest, you cheated on them, that's hard to answer.
It is. Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes you have to let people go. You can't cling to a person and convince them like you're not going to take no for an answer. You're going to talk to me. You're going to be my friend. It's not going to happen.
If you really want to be friends with this person, because you're saying you have a problem with a friend who won't speak to me at all, obviously you still want to be friends with them. I don't know if it's a girl, a guy, it doesn't matter. Regardless, be honest and upfront and say, listen, I really want to be friends with you. I'm sorry if I did anything to upset you. Can you please tell me what I did wrong? Because I value our friendship without sounding too sappy and too forward,
And if it doesn't work, go on. Hey, I want to do this real quick too. Just a reminder to everyone, because I know a lot of people came in here. Me and Fireman are just experimenting with a new show tonight. And that's what this you've walked into tonight. And we're only on for a little longer. It's just an experiment. But I just want to real quick call out some people. Like Boomer Rock's in here, Faith in the Fallen, Mystic Angel Christina's in here. Our good friend Megan's blog is in here. Mr. Dutchy Dutch has been here. Stephanie Ferrante, Nerd of the North. Addie is in here, your wife, which is great. Is a gem. Yeah. The Wombat says, let's see, because I know we're not, the chat's flying by and we're not calling you out and all that. We're just trying to have fun here. This is our first time. It's a total disaster in the sense like we don't know what we're doing, right? I mean,
no, we're trying this to see if it works. If we got 36 watching now. If this is productive, we'll keep doing it. I mean, what the heck? If not, we'll scrap it and never do this again.
Yeah, but tonight this test is actually not too bad. We had over 40 people in here, and
we're relying on you people to send us emails. Again, don't be reluctant to send us emails because I don't read who it's from. Neither does Green Bay. We could care less who's sending the message. As long as it's legitimate and it's not something about, well, I got man boobs, like that one came in. We're not going to read that, obviously. But after we read these emails, we delete them. We don't care who sent the message.
Yep, and you can make a separate email account that has nothing to do with you. So
everything's private. So you send us something. We don't pay attention to it because the emails are deleted to it afterwards.
After we read the question, we hit delete. It's gone. All the emails we've read so far, we've got there's still some more in there we have to address. Like when did you?
I see it.
When should you kiss a girl? On the first date, second date?
There's no set number on when you should kiss a girl or a guy. There's no set number.
No.
When the time is right, you'll know that the time is right. Both of you will. Don't push the issue of kissing her because you're probably both shy. Get to know each other a little bit better. Don't push the issue of kissing. When the time's right, it's going to happen.
Yeah. And make sure, a couple pointers, make sure your breath is fresh in case it comes up. And make sure you wear clean underwear in case you ever have to go to the hospital, by the way.
Right.
Just so you know. Yeah, you know, I will say this: women, especially when they're young, girls, they get turned off when they're getting pressured. You know, pressured for sex, pressured
And
for
that would
kissing.
scare anybody away.
Yeah, and the guys are so, you know, girls, if you hear this line, run. If you hear this line, I'm giving this advice to all women in the chat. But we've been going together for 2 weeks. If you,
No, Wombat says no onions.
oh my God, just remember, we've been going together for 2 weeks.
Right.
If you hear that, girls, you know.
Could you imagine if we got the queen of YouTube up here on the panel with us?
Oh, yeah.
Could you just imagine what the queen of YouTube would do for this panel?
Oh, and that's the thing. We may expand the panel out to giving advice. That's guys, this is a total me. I said to Fireman, we were talking and we were like, you know, everyone's doing channel reviews right now. And we talked and we are like, we got to do something different, you know, like that lets our personalities get out there because we like
something that's serious, but it's also comical at the same time. And the good thing about it is Green Bay and I, just because we're friends, does not mean we're going to have the same point of view.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you will see us disagree with each other.
And tonight is kind of a shrunken version of this because me and Fireman agreed to be on JoJo Walker's panel for a
Rock says he's got advice.
I think that was okay. I don't know if I was supposed to say anything. So wait, I forgot. That could be my bad. You didn't hear anything. That could be, forget that. We gotta be somewhere else in a few minutes. So
right. Well, that's Jenny. Jenny made the comment. Will you stop? Now it's gone now. If he's married, you should run the other way. What the heck? I lost it.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Well, no, it was about being married and I lost the thing. That's the thing about when you get into somebody with a relationship, especially online. This is one thing that I should have addressed and Green Bay should have addressed. When you go to online dating sites, there are a lot of married men on there that will say they are not married. So in other words, what they're doing is they're not getting something in the relationship they are currently in now. So what they're doing is they're reaching out to somebody else. It's like a little fantasy secret world. It's the excitement part of it. So there's a good possibility if you do meet somebody online, I'm not saying they will be, but a lot of people on there are married. So you've got to watch for that. Look for the red flags. Look for the, the wedding band ring that's on there.
Yeah.
Stuff like that they might have.
I want to throw this out too, since we talked so much about relationships tonight. I'm going to remind people of something. Most of the time in relationships where people are not getting something, and it's just something to think about. It's wacky advice. I'm not a psychologist. A lot of times you're not giving something. You're being selfish. Like, oh, I don't get enough sex from my wife. Do you look her in the eyes and sit down and watch movies with her? When she makes dinner, do you sit down and eat it? I mean, just as an example, Right. A lot of times, did you, book a week out to go fishing with guys and you do that all the time?
What you need to do is, what happens is a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages, not all of them, but marriages, relationships, doesn't matter. Over time, that fun, that excitement, that spark is no longer there. That spark is diminishing, and it's important to keep it going. What happens is you get. Look who's calling us.
Who?
The great Cabby.
Wait, I don't have my Hangouts. What? Oh, we'll get back to him in a minute. it's only Cab 7, we don't have to.
Wacky and Fireman are doing a live stream. They're talking about giving advice.
No, don't put it live.
Are we really? Are we? Yeah, we're live streaming right now.
Oh yeah, and I got something to say to you, Fireman, about.
How do I mute this? Oh, this isn't gonna be good. June Doll's going off on me.
Turn the volume down. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh, am I getting reamed right now, people? I'm getting reamed hard.
Oh man.
Guys, I'm gonna call you back because I don't want to distract from the live stream. I'll be back on.
Oh my goodness.
They're on there teasing the heck out of me. I knew June was gonna go after me for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, June and Brenda. I love them to death.
Kathy's Vintage TV. You need a woman up there. Hey, okay, let me say this.
We do need a woman up here.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Here's the deal. Okay, guys, here's the deal. We're gonna first of all, are there any more emails? We didn't push them too hard.
Yes, there is. We just got another email. The person that asked about being an empath had mentioned that they told their parents that they were an empath and they had that as a gift, and they thought it was crazy that they told their parents about it. And the person said, "Am I wrong for doing that?" I think it's important that you told your parents about your gift, because what if your parents were actually into that or believed in empaths, because they'd be like, "Oh, really? That's awesome." It's important to tell your parents about stuff, but unfortunately, parents are not very forgiving sometimes, and parents can be judgmental. But at least you were honest and you told your parents.
Wait a minute.
You got that off your chest. Parents are always judgmental. All parents are.
Oh, here I'm gonna here real quick. Who do you think would win in a rap battle? Cab 7 and Lunatic Dad. Who wins? Who do you think?
That's a
Cab
good
7,
question.
Lunatic Dad. Do a rap battle. Who do you think wins?
That's a tough one.
I don't know if Cab has the ability to rap. I think he'd be like, "Country roads, take me home. I came from the hood where I belong. I came from Compton and I'm rapping."
I feel like a little kid when my parents are getting ready to take me to the dentist, because I know as soon as I get in the Cab 7 private hangout,
Yeah,
you and I are going to get chewed so bad. You do know this. Hopefully they're not watching this live stream, but we're going to get chewed out for this, right?
Here's what I'm going to tell the audience. Everyone in the audience, this is brand new. If this test went okay, which I think it has, we'll expand the show. We'll get a bigger panel. We'll get women up here. We're gonna get people that are in our little circle up here. We need a woman's point of view up here. Absolutely. Yes. This is we're just learning this now because of the questions that are coming in. Yep.
We're definitely getting a woman up on the panel.
We literally just planned this afternoon. We just talked about it, about doing a show where you just give advice on all different subjects and nothing's off limits. And then we made the email together because we decided, hey, wait a minute, someone in the chat isn't necessarily going to want to put their private question out.
Right.
So, yes, if you guys like what you're seeing, we'll do it again. Tonight, we have to leave, we got to leave like almost now, Fireman.
We're supposed to be on that other live stream. I've got to pop into that other chat and get my ass chewed out, though, for at least 2 minutes.
Okay, so guys, thank you for coming. I know we didn't call everyone out either. We're trying to figure this all out. We're going to look at the numbers on this live stream. If you guys had fun, here, let's tell them, how about type 1 in the chat if you'd like to see more advice shows.
If not, then we won't do it at all.
Type a 1 in the chat if you want to see more advice shows with me, Fireman. We're going to be the stars of the show, though, Fireman. We got to let them know that.
Right.
We are the stars. Oh, here's some ones. Uber Goober Lady says 1.
Wow.
And we're getting Uber Goober Lady's approval.
Okay.
We're getting
one.
But
what you needed to do was say those that don't. Oh, Boomer doesn't like it.
Boomer says 2.
Boomer doesn't like it. Yeah, if you don't like it, put a 2 in.
Oh, Boomer! He's killing the chat.
Boomer, we're going to get you back for this, right, Boomer? When's the next time I can be on your panel there, Boomer?
Melissa Faith doesn't want him.
Okay, Melissa doesn't like it. Okay. Didn't you just ask to be up on the panel here with us when we do this, Melissa? Yeah. Or am I wrong?
Oh, wait. Now Boomer Rock says he's just kidding. He's
Old Marker. Oh, it's so good to see Old Marker. Marker, it's good to see you in here.
Boomer Rock changed his opinion. He said 1.
2 means that you don't want us to do this anymore.
Yeah. 1 means you'd like to see some more.
Right.
Anytime, Fireman. Resorian Buck's in here.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if this is a valid one or not. Old Mucker said too. Old Mucker doesn't even like himself. I love him to death, but I love Old Mucker to death.
Yeah.
But Old Mucker doesn't even like himself. And you know, I mean that out of love, Old Mucker.
You know what? The chat's pretty positive now. Boomer said he had fun.
Right.
A lot of people are typing 1. A few people are saying 2, like they don't, but that's okay.
No, that's fine.
Mother Nature gave us a 1.
We're going by the majority.
Yeah.
Not when you go to like what Boomer's doing and go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Oh, Melissa Faith says she does like this. Melissa Faith does like this. By the way, she's a veteran, guys. Melissa Faith in the chat. Boomer's a veteran.
Right.
FiremanCV, I know he hates it, but I'm going to say it. He's a veteran. All right. Sorry, I got to thank you guys for your service. You know, I'm going to
see, Old Mucker even confirmed it. I don't like anyone. He doesn't. He don't even like himself.
Well, and Night Shame is in here. I love Night Shame, but we got to go.
We do have to go, yes. But you got to thank Mother Nature. Mother Nature has been dropping that, so we don't have to drop the email.
Yes. And guys, we'll do this again soon. And if you still want to email us, we'll use those questions on the next show.
Right. The other thing is, I did address the toilet paper on the roll issue. Evidently, this person did not hear it.
What was the question?
Oh, no, they did hear it. They did hear it. It just came in an email.
What was it? What was the question?
I like Fireman more than Green Bay. Green Bay slows down the live stream. And I'm joking. No, I'm joking. No, it was a compliment saying this is one of the best live shows I've watched on YouTube in a long time, minus Green Bay. So that's not bad. That's not what it says. You can read it yourself.
You didn't have
We're not going to read anybody's email out, who they are, where they're from, or anything. We delete these emails afterwards. Trust me. But I'm leaving it there so you can see it.
Faith in the Fallen said kept him entertained. Okay, guys, look for our next show. We only have time for a test. We got to be on somewhere else.
Yes, we do.
We're going to be tied up all night. Love you guys. We got to go. I just got to come back for the next advice.
Yes, please. Thank you guys for showing up and your feedback.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We love you. Thank you. Okay.